getting sprayed by everyone got him out there hitting the Steph Curry shimmy celebration. Eventually, Deadpool and Wolverine decide to go out there and handle it themselves. The universe is dead about.
Let's snort.
You can ride with me.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Smooth back again with another video. TS Squad, how y'all doing? I hope somebody told y'all recently that you guys matter. This is Blank Boy, how Deadpool and Wolverine saved the Marvel Universe. A lot of people will say post-Endgame, a lot of the films that came out were some bust. There's been mixed reactions. There's been some good things. Loki season 2, amazing. For those of you who haven't known, there's a lot of shows now in the MCU that ties back into Loki season 2. So it's kind of cool seeing that through What If and this. Marvel's is a mixed bag. One factor was people were on that the women movement thing, and it was kind of like it was a weird side of the world that the community that didn't want to see. I guess that on film. The other portion is previously before that there was Secret Invasion, and there was no kind of like tie-in mention of those events. So I could see why that movie got mixed results. The story there was good though, because of her destroying the superficial AI. It caused repercussions. Like that's continuity on that end, and at least the story was cool. And there was some good comedic moments. It just wasn't everybody's cup of tea. Ant-Man and the Quantumania. We're not gonna talk about that one. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That one really wasn't people upset that it was a bad movie. People really wanted more multiversal stuff from that movie. So like there were some gems in this sea of content they were trying to put out. I can definitely see Deadpool and Wolverine saving the Marvel Universe. I've had people that aren't even into this stuff talking about it, going to see it, posting about it. Like a lot of people are gonna tune back into the MCU and want to see what they're doing, especially going into the Doomsday movies, in this later saga. So this is gonna be exciting. This is gonna be fun. Before we dive in, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you love the Smooth Squad family, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on other content. With that being said, let's hop into the video.
So we start off with Deadpool digging up where Wolverine was buried. He doesn't actually believe bro is dead. He's alive in Cuba with Tupac, JFK, and Michael Jackson. I just know Logan watching from hell seeing Deadpool trying to find him in his grave like,
I'm not gonna be here.
Right.
But in that same moment, the TVA soldiers arrive in order to prune Deadpool, which sounds oddly sexual. I know Vince McMahon couldn't wait to get pruned. He in line calling next. I'm ready. They start to press him, and he looks at us to say, it's pooling time. But the TVA
that's
didn't
wild.
come here to play any games, so Deadpool gives
Bro, the
Wolverine
TVA was on
high
instant
five, and they're
timing,
gonna go
bro.
down together. I know anyone who came into this movie without trailers was tight. They thought they got scammed. Should have been titled Deadpool and What's Left of Wolverine. So Deadpool jumps out, hitting a clean flip and landing as they're ready to go. But unfortunately for them, that TikTok ass dancing pose isn't gonna work. Even in the midst of a battle, Deadpool thinking about some damn ribs moving like Rod Wave. The TVA soldiers look scared as Deadpool throws it, and alright, Sean Levy, bro. We see it, bro. It's your movie, bro. You directed it. We got it. We do got the same name though, and he spelt it correctly. So shout out to you, twin. Fuck those scenes. Headshots to TVA soldier. A bunch more shit coming in. But this is a man who killed the whole Marvel universe.
That's a
Bruce
fact,
Banner
bro.
looking like the Unincredible Hulk, and Spider-Man looking very unspectacular.
Deadpool was different, bro. He, that one universe
for a
killed
clean
the
ass
Avengers,
LeBron
bro.
James spin move, stabbing him through the head and kicking it to the other side. He was already dead too. That was pure theatrics. All you did was ensure Beetlejuice can't get his new brain transplant.
If you dig a 6-foot hole, how deep is that hole?
It's about like 20 feet.
Deadpool then uses his vertebrae and skull as a medieval weapon to show off Hugh Jackman starring in this movie, just in case anyone didn't know. There'd be a lot of surprise castings. I didn't know William Dafoe was in Finding Nemo or that NBA player Jared Dudley was in Looney Tunes. Deadpool trolling now, thinking Mike Jack kissing a guy on the forehead. He's that one friend that can't take shit serious.
No, literally.
Bro, what happened? Yeah, bro, we here for you, bro. My dad died a few days ago. Like, bro, he drowned, bro. That nigga 40 and still can't swim?
Why you hitting yourself? Why you hitting yourself? And then makes him prune himself. And the
Bruh,
next guy,
that-
Jesus,
to-
man,
to-
he catches a bone through the top of his head.
To get
He
hit
then
with
continues hitting the
an
emote that Fortnite
arm,
created first and Justin Timberlake stole,
and then
going for a
boom,
flip,
bruh.
landing on the already dead guy on the floor, and hits another in the chest. Got Brody looking like he finna hit the Nelly Chopper dance. Just touring with him, bruh. Deadpool then runs back over and picks up Logan's central nervous system, spinning it and uppercutting this poor guy, and then turns him from Pop Smoke into Mickey Mouse. Got him switching his voice harder than Karl Anthony Towns. He then beats on this soldier's skull with Logan's skull. My boy got that Zinedine Zidane. Shit is deadly.
Yo,
Niggas the belt, punching bro's arm.
I didn't
twice,
watch that, but
slicing his
that's
neck,
an
got
infamous
homie
meme, bro.
standing there like Mr. Crocker, and in true Deadpool fashion, stabs him in the.
Yo, wait.
Got homie standing there like Mr. Crocker, and in true Deadpool fashion, stabs him in the dick to call GG's on his life and staying creative as hell with it too, ripping off his finger bones and throwing the three of them to get a three-piece collateral, three-peating like MJ. So you know he got a bust out of celebration dance for it, getting his Sam Smith back with this one. Whatever happened to just a simple two-step or the Dougie, man? He then uses the bullet to decapitate, bro. Did him
Yeah, facts,
so
though.
dirty. Deadpool then goes on to whip out his baby knives that he be using when it's time to hunt down Smurfs, stabbing him between the thighs, the neck, a kick into a split, adjust his head, and
Yeah, he ain't even
small
need to
bro.
do this, bro.
Deadpool's been dancing on these niggas and decided he need a dance partner. Got bro breaking it down on his neck. And after he's done with that, Deadpool grabs Wolverine's shoe and accidentally rips off his leg, killing that TVA soldier, getting surrounded by a bunch of
By
men.
accident,
But that ain't
bro.
no problem, cause using Logan's femur, patella,
Ain't no
tibia, and fibula, Deadpool turns Son into nunchucks, just straight whacking motherfuckers back to back, killing them all. He moving
No,
like
but
Mikey
for
right
real,
now,
though.
which makes sense. They are type similar.
Yeah, this
I can
sequence
see
was
it now.
diabolical.
Deadpool as Michelangelo, Cap as Leo, Logan as Raph, Westbrook as Donnie. 2 tickets to that, please. Deadpool slashed the 2 remaining and got him believing he could fly into a slam
is
back
wild.
down. But wait, there's more. Buddy right here wanted to boost Deadpool's KD, and Deadpool managed to save the best for last, attaching Wolverine's adamantium claws to his hands, and that shit got him so excited he forgot there's still ops to fight. He moving like Curious George.
No, literally, but them joints had to. Yo, that joint had the theater
He forgot
going
he couldn't breathe.
crazy.
You know he had to
bro.
hit the pulls
Like,
on them real quick.
They were excited, but it was
That's
tough
how we
to
watch
see.
Spider-Man. Deadpool, thinking he's Logan, weaves and stabs bro in the head twice, but then starts struggling, unable to pull them out. He's finding out that it's much harder than it looks. Don't worry, I had the same revelation trying to use Wolverine and Marvel Rivals for the first time too. He slashes another and
Boy,
stabs
I made
himself
Iron
by
Man and got
accident,
my
pulling
joint
it out,
clapped.
But another TVA soldier comes through a portal from behind
Yeah, that
him,
joint
and it gets
painful.
even worse. Cause Deadpool stabs him in the shoulder, then in the ass, and the claws are stuck in there. He gotta put some lube on those things. This is crazy. Buddy on all fours experiencing something worse than death right now. Just listen to his
Yo,
screams
that
while his
gift
partner
is
gets the
what?
same treatment.
Yo, Blade Boy,
Deadpool
yo.
starts tugging them back and forth in order to try and pull either set of claws out. There is no sort of context or explaining that they can make this situation seem any less crazy than it is. And I know that for a fact.
Oh
Because
my
bro
God,
pulled
no,
up
that's a
seeing this
fact.
and hit them with the
Disney letting this go off in the first
thing
like
is that visibly offended Deadpool.
10
He
minutes.
be taking photos with Star Wars fans. He's clearly an
Bro.
ally of gay people. So he pulls away, leaving
Disney
the claws in his
trusts
ass
them,
and
knowing
in
that they
his
gonna
dick
get
and
him
bounces
some bread.
the sword
For real,
off
bro.
of
That's
him
the
to
only reason
stab
why they
him right
allowed
in the
this, but they-
face. My guy wiped the whole team with minimal effort this time. Just look around him. He then dips, using the portals to go find other Wolverines in different universes so he can put them in his universe and restore the anchor beam. He first pulls up to a bar and runs into Kai Cenat, comic book Wolverine. He'd be real useful if Deadpool was trying to win the Game of
gotta
Thrones.
chill.
He then pulls up on Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, but he doesn't even give him a
Bro, no,
chance.
some of
Just
these
starts
Wolverines
wilding
were
on him.
tough.
Those two obviously didn't work.
Literally,
so he pulls up
bro.
on Old Man Logan, who doesn't even give him the chance
Oh,
either.
Logan said
shooting
what?
him. But you know Deadpool's a resilient guy, and 4 times the charm, right?
No,
'Cause he
it's-
pulls up to a casino to meet up with Patch, and he must have not
to the
appreciated
spy
that
Logan. I knew
So
when they
man,
showed
he
in the
can't
trailer
walk
from
into a
behind that
bar.
it had to
At
have
least
been
he
him,
thinks so.
bruh. Like, the different versions of Wolverines
So Deadpool gets up out of there
that
and
they
he runs
had
into
were
a pool
tough.
of skulls to see crucified Wolverine there. I don't know what.
This
bro
one
did.
was
I don't read. Shout out.
This one was wild to see. Number one. Number two, like, that's a real comic. Like, cover and all, like, what we saw in that scene for those minute amount of seconds were legit plastered as the cover of a certain X-Men, comic in the past, and that is wild. What were y'all thinking?
What bro did, I don't read. Shout out Floyd Mayweather. But it's probably bad.
They just showed it,
It's
like,
oh, and just leaves. Doesn't even
literally,
ask for
he said,
himself.
"Nah, I'm
Surely
good."
you can't get much crazier than this. He then pulls up on brown and tan suit.
This
Wolverine,
was tough.
Who's in a fight with the unincredible
This
Hulk,
was
and now he's
tough.
in the middle of it. And this is how you know this isn't the MCU Hulk, because he would have offered him some food and told him some corny ass science joke. Instead, he
wild.
backstands his ass. I don't understand it, man. How is it that every version in every universe is such a dick? Even the non-Hugh Jackman ones, because we got
Literally,
popular
'cause
fan cast Henry Cavill Wolverine, which
that
actually
was
looks
tough.
pretty cool.
We need to see him
gotta
and
do this
Doomsday
more
again,
often.
bruh.
We need that Ryan Gosling Black Panther recast next, and Tom Holland or Timothy Chalamet as any young white character. He also doesn't give him a chance,
Chill,
double
bro.
pumping and punching him through a portal onto
He
the
even
pool
hit
table.
the
He ends up
Yeah,
finding the
from his-
worst
from his
Wolverine,
other
but they
movie.
go out to the TVA, and turns out you can't just replace Logan's to restore the anchor
Nope.
beam. And so Deadpool gets zapped away, and then Wolverine gets zapped away, and they get
Yo,
sent to
it's
the
the
Shadow
sound
Realm, where
effects,
Howard's
man.
career is. Naturally, Wolverine's not happy, whipping out his claws and stabbing Deadpool in the
Bro.
gut, holding him up like
This-
Simba from Lion King. That's so disrespectful, man. But
Through
I'd
the
rather be
belly,
disrespected
too.
than what happens next. Wolverine goes and stabs him in the
Yo,
dick.
what was up
and
with
then
this
breaks his
movie,
back
bruh?
on his knee. Did him just like the Batman.
There was so many
Totally
stuff
did
in the
all that
background,
for
like,
no
y'all saw that
reason.
Thor
Now
helmet?
imagine when Deadpool
The
gives
comic
him a
that was
reason,
in this part.
which as you can guess, happens because Deadpool starts mouthing off to him, and Logan turns around and looking at him.
You keep talking, man.
Literally, bruh.
And for whatever reason, Deadpool decided to turn his back on Wolverine, getting stabbed in the ribs area, and then gets kicked up but reverses it into a
Nah,
head.
that was
Maybe Wolverine should
clean.
have left it alone. Not everything gotta be a fight, bro.
Nah, for real,
Deadpool
though.
uses his gun spraying him in the side, and Wolverine uses his hard-ass adamantium skull, that Derek White shit, headbutting him, grabbing him, throwing him through a cement.
That trick would hurt,
This is
bruh.
so funny because neither of them can actually kill
But they
each other.
feel
Just
this
two
pain,
invincible
bruh,
men doing
like-
it for the love of the game.
That's
But
just,
this is the part
I know
where
y'all
Deadpool
probably
and Wolverine
used
get
to it
into
at
a
this
very
point, but
intense
like,
aura off between themselves. Wolverine
still
shows that
feels
those
the-
bullets
like, the
they
pain
not doing it
there.
for the love somehow
of the game.
coughs one up and
But this
spits
is
it
the
that
out
was-
where
that
Deadpool
was
puts the
Wolverine
finishing
getting
move on
cold.
his intense aura display, getting in his fighting stance. Shows the way his bullets are coming out mad. Somehow coughs one up and spits it out for that, and then puts the finishing move on his 3-part aura display, getting in his fighting stance. But the way his claws are coming out mad slow, I'm gonna have to dock points for that. Is that Michael Jackson? Wolverine with Deadpool empties his magazines. Sees the new one. Now it's my slow motion, man. Wolverine didn't realize that wasn't cold enough. This man,
Yeah, you just started
Michael
to-
suit is able to pop back.
Like,
his
bro,
legs
that
and
shit
sees
was
the
so
new ones
cold,
in slow
bruh.
motion. Deadpool don't gotta do anything else. And as if that wasn't has been one. This man
Literally.
Wolverine had a way better chance challenging Spider-Man and hit Wolverine. Deadpool don't gotta do anything else. The aura off has been won. Wolverine becomes a rabbit and
Bro, yeah, nah, that would have been. Imagine a
Unfortunately for
full
Wolverine, Deadpool's got other weapons at the
200-something
wazoo.
pound
Using a one weapon, Wolverine becomes a
Running
rabbit.
full speed at you with some claws,
Slices
man.
his gun. The way he's moving, unfortunately,
I'd be
Deadpool's
scared,
got
bro.
other weapons out the wazoo. This man pushes
Yeah,
his sword
that
out
was
with no
clean.
hand. Deadpool throws the point and grabs one
That
sword.
was
blocks
clean.
it.
Stop him with
Enough,
momentum,
gotta put him with the best
and the
sword
sword
in
just
terms of
flies out
combat.
from the
Deadpool blocks
action.
Wolverine. This man pushes his sword out and then blocks Wolverine, grabbing his blocking him. But Uncle Wolverine got hands gotta put him with the best of work.
Nah,
Those
that's a
tight-ass
fact.
suits. Had that nigga Usher clearly trying to join the squad, and then chops his claws, twisting his stabs him. But Uncle Wolverine got hands times and they stab each other. In those tight-ass leather suits. They just taking turns. Had that nigga Usher clearly.
That's crazy. Bro, they were not playing for real, bro.
Doesn't stop there. Deadpool spin moves out of there, slicing his back, weaves and stabs him in the throat, and blocks his other hand too. But I don't know what happened next, cause something snapped, causing Deadpool to go Ultra
Cause
Instinct.
bro, I forgot it was in the neck, bro. I thought it was in the chest. Yeah, nah, them
His foot
weeds
cut,
crazy.
does a
He
flip,
hit the
and then
Spider-Man
another.
sequence, bro.
Nah, Wade Wilson
Versus
really one of
Flash.
the ones, bro. These movements are just so saucy. They continue
got-
fighting in a backdrop with mad Easter eggs. I know new rock stars fiending.
New rock
that
stars.
wall right there is the
Yeah, that's
same
what I
one
watched,
from
boy.
Winter
They
Soldier
great
called
community,
Cement Wall
bro.
number 23.
Great
here's
channel. Y'all
the
should definitely go
Avengers
subscribe
too.
for real, because
And
they.
so this is when Deadpool gets back in
They
his
are
bag,
great-
showing off moves,
great
blocks
channels for this
Logan, lands a
stuff.
spinning kick,
Easter
stabbing
eggs,
Wolverine through the
overall
chest, and then
comic
dodges twice, stabs again, and weaves again. He's making Wolverine look like a scrub right now, which angers him to the max, managing to land a left but peep the recovery into 3 clean kicks. And Deadpool still got more. He said, "I think we ain't done yet." Pulling out a knife, weave again, and stabbing him. Wolverine gonna go back to the other mutants, telling them about Deadpool like,
He was throwing punches. He was throwing combinations. Throwing punches. You can hear them. They were two, but they sound like fucking one punch. You know how magnificent your speed have to be for that?
Wolverine headbutts him,
Yo.
laying him out, and walks up to him and stabs him, telling him it's over. Deadpool is all out of ideas now, so he does the only thing he can do and gets to capping. Chill, bro. I could bring them back. Professor X, Storm, Jean, Scott. Not him. Not Scott. All your movies fire too, by the way. Stop fucking lying. Even Logan wasn't buying it, but their conversation gets interrupted by a random that starts speaking of a superhero landing for no reason at all. There's only a few niggas that's really this extra. My money's on that it's Piccolo. There's no way he hit this fucking mutant to pick 7. I hope it's Christian Bale. Deadpool was wrong though. It turned out to be Chris Evans. I didn't
Yeah,
really
going
care,
deep, bro.
especially me, Captain
I ain't
America.
gonna hold
my
you, I thought it
favorite
was Captain
superhero.
America
And it was
too.
perfect timing because the ops rolling up on them right now. Having Captain
Yeah,
America
was
on their
that
side, there's
the
nothing
Iron
they can't
Man,
get
like,
through. The people rolling up on them are a bunch of enemies from their past, going way back. Sabretooth is in there, Wolverine's brother. They got along just as well as Goku and Raditz. Toad is there. Dude next to me in the theater turned to me talking about some. I wonder what that means. It's also poetic,
That's
especially
wild.
with the Fox movie logo
That
buried
is-
to signify that shit is dead. Shane Dawson's channel must be buried nearby. Pyro's hair with teeth that look like corn, showing where Wiz Khalifa got the inspiration for his music.
Yeah, them joints was.
Deadpool can't contain his
yellow.
excitement, grabbing Cap like dudes passing by girls in a party. Steve wasn't feeling it though. Thing is, when it's Iron Man, it's all cool, huh? He basically told Deadpool, put on a t-shirt, nigga. They're teasing us, got us on the edge of our
Literally,
seats,
bruh.
waiting for him to say Avengers Assemble. But instead, this isn't Captain America. This is Johnny Storm. I can't believe it. It's been 17 years. I
bro.
wonder where Mr. Fantastic
He gonna be
is.
in. He gonna be in Fantastic
Shit,
Four.
man. They could use the help from the whole team for him, especially considering he fires off his attack towards This is a man who could burn up at a level of an exploding sun, getting countered by a G League mutant. LeBron
Actually-
blocked by Nate Robinson. Johnny's losing all his powers and Pyro puts out the flame. Captain America would have been so much more useful. Not you, nigga.
Wait, hold on, time out.
Bro
Wait
falls
till-
out the
wait till
sky,
Brave New
cracking
World
his
come
nuts,
out.
slowly
He gonna
falls,
be the-
banging his face and falls
Ah,
on
yeah, I
the
forgot about
ground.
this. That just
Embarrassing.
hurts.
This
Seeing
isn't
the
my
neck part,
goal.
bro.
Where's Captain America when you need it? Not you, nigga.
Yo, you got it.
Between the
Captain
movements
America
run the
standard.
ones, but
Chill on
Deadpool
Sam
calls
Wilson,
timeout.
alright?
These two been beefing since 1977. Stephen A.
Damn.
Smith was 10 years old, somehow still balding, and disposable cameras didn't exist yet. You got this. This nigga
Yo,
got
that-
scars for eyebrows. Remember how he tried to convince you were adopted? Remember how he told you guys parents you got a 32 on your test? How your slow ass get a 32 anyways? Shut the fuck up. But this scene might have invented the word anticlimactic, because they do this goofy ass screaming at each other, running in at one another. Dude's really hitting a joust right now, which, hey, I'm with. I love Game of Thrones. But nope, you see Sabretooth's beard start turning red and his head falls. He got decapitated.
Yo, that
They
was
eventually end
wild,
up getting
bruh.
captured and carried to the enemy's base, which is Ant-Man's corpse. Bones still
Yeah, that's
haven't
wild. I wonder
decomposed
where
yet. Even
this
in death,
is
Paul
from.
Rudd still not aging. They using his mask as a door,
That's
and
wild.
out through comes the leader of the group, Kaya, and she means nothing but business. Walter White gets the rest of them, but
Yo,
she
you
not
know-
taking it serious. She asking how they got here, and he like.
Yo, with my meat.
He also
Bruh.
tells her a bunch of trash Johnny was talking, and he can't even defend himself because Mr. Clean took the skin right off his
Yo,
body. She then
seeing
starts yapping
that,
again,
bruh,
and it's clear Wolverine has
like,
had enough.
that's when I realized how
Charging
powerful
in,
she was,
Saitama
like,
flattens him,
genuinely.
putting him underground.
Yeah,
and
this
sending
is
him
the-
away.
she's a
That's one of the most powerful
Omega
characters in
level
Marvel,
threat,
getting
bro.
dusted away like it's nothing. So when she turns to Deadpool, he wants no smoke, starts offering to her that she could meet Spider-Man or Drake. She wasn't feeling that though. Must have been a Kendrick Lamar fan, cause with no warning, Avatar Ink starts fiddling all through Deadpool's mind.
The CGI for all that stuff was crazy.
Deadpool's eventually able to get her out and Wolverine sneaks her. Deadpool starts laughing. There's more where that came from, ass knife throw. But isn't she supposed to be the main villain? Are they gonna nostalgia bait us some more and the real villain be like Jack Nicholson's Joker?
Nah,
I don't know
bro,
if I'm
she
feeling
said-
that. Nowadays
she
he
said,
seems
I'm
more fit to be a
with
Jake
the
Paul
shits.
boxing opponent. Doesn't matter though, cause she was faking it like a girl in bed, bopping away Wolverine and giving Deadpool his knife back. And all her mutant
Like, bruh.
soldiers surrounding Wolverine to kill him and Deadpool. Shaking my head. Now I don't even feel bad about how the public treats mutants compared to other superheroes. They love Spider-Man to death. Can't get enough of Captain America. But as soon as a nigga is born with those powers, but she doesn't even kill them herself or her mutants either. Kratos just leaves the two of them to get eaten by the alarm.
Yo, this
These
Nicky
two are
nigga
like some
Bodger.
cockroaches. They refuse to die, and so they manage to escape. They're driving in the car, vibing. Deadpool's pretending to be the real Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Bro, that was just so cool, bro.
So for context, Deadpool
There
had
are so
promised
many
Wolverine that he
people,
could
bro.
bring
Like,
back
so
the
many
X-Men, but
cameos that
Logan
was
realized he
awesome,
was
dude.
lying. So he hit the brakes in the car so fast that it almost sent bro through the windshield. He's tired of the lies, like a Playboy Cardi fan, and stabs Deadpool in the thigh, not holding anything back, letting him hear all of it.
But your ugly ass, what you think you doing in my country? Yo, ugly, bad, stinking, ugly.
The
and you
best
don't-
scene
Started
in the
telling
movie
Deadpool how he'll never be able to save
was
his
that car
universe.
scene.
Fuck y'all, this is my dream, nigga. I gotta put some respect on my name.
But Logan not taking him serious and eats a right. And shit. Here we go again. These two can't be civil for 4 fucking seconds. Wolverine returns with 2 lefts and grabs his neck. Not gonna lie, I got a bit concerned as to where this was heading. But he uses his face to change the station on the radio a few times. Deadpool not trying to let him eat
This
in
is
the
another
score.
good fight
Yes, he won
sequence.
that first fight.
I like how
against Mother,
diverse
and goes to grab his sword but gets trapped in the seat
fight
and stabbed
scene,
in
I
the
guess,
gut.
was.
He whispering sweet nothings in his ear while inside of him. It don't even sound like
Yo.
we're talking about an action sequence anymore.
No,
Deadpool
literally.
reclines his seat to dodge the left, blocks him, grabs Wolverine with his legs and starts banging his head against the car. But that doesn't last long for Deadpool because Logan gets the upper hand and stabs him right in his side. But he gets kicked out the vehicle with both feet posing up outside ready to do some horrendous things. Deadpool should have used this moment to speed up out of there, but instead his dumbass checks out the view, whipping out his swords but goes flying back. Luckily though, he in the back seat, Wolverine can't reach him from there.
That jump scare was wild.
Look at this
bruh.
man's face, bro. Such rage. He was taught by Professor X but resembles Magneto more.
That boy was.
He stabs Deadpool 3
Yeah,
times,
yeah,
gets
I ain't
blocked,
gonna
starts stabbing his arm,
Wolverine
but
got
Deadpool
some-
reverses it, and
some-
now Deadpool's on top of
issues.
Wolverine, and shit's really getting weird now, cause he's loving it. He was liking that a little too much, but eventually kicks Deadpool up out of the car with the saucy recovery. Niggas can never just get up normally. They always do it. We see the powers, bro.
Hey, that
I
man
promise.
lost so much weight,
Deadpool
bro.
rids of his swords, whips out the baby knives, and goes back in there for more. He's done playing defense though, all offense, straight Luka Doncic, kicking Logan in the chest, putting him in the back shot position, and stabbing him in the neck. This fight the most romantic shit I ever seen. They got more chemistry than Bruce and Black Widow ever did.
that's wild.
Wolverine is able to get his arm off of him and breaks that bitch right at the elbow. I can't watch, man. Got my son looking like it's NBA Media Day. That's a killer behind the back, twin. Wolverine pulls him back and he fixes his arm, hitting the Jordan logo. Gets dragged
No,
back and
literally.
blocking. He then starts doing one of the few things that can actually kill Wolverine. He grabs the seatbelt wrapping around Wolverine's neck to kill him from strangulation. Deadpool clearly been reading the scouting report. That's the only thing that could kill him. That and the power of desperation for some cheeks. Deadpool tries to choke him harder, but Wolverine cuts it, grabbing him, stabbing him through both hands and then right through his head. Logan clearly really can't stand him. MCU writers haven't displayed this level of hate within their writing
might have
since
to either
Thanos.
blur
You mean
a lot
to
of
tell me
this,
the nigga won 14
'cause I don't know
billion
if I can
times and you
monetize
made a
it, bro.
movie about the 1L? Took preying on my downfall to another level. Logan knees him twice until Deadpool stabs him with baby knife, pulling it out and kicking him into the driver's seat. And even when he's losing, you'd never be able to tell, cause the aura always stays on point. Look at the pose, telling Logan bring it on, and that was legitimately any music other than the babies to his ears. He loves this shit. Getting up, charging into Deadpool as they stab each other into the sunset and the nighttime.
They fought
They end
for
up
a
falling
literal
asleep while
day.
fighting, and someone random comes and drives the car to a different location, where they manage to meet X-23 23 from
Yes.
Logan, a lecture from 2014.
Yes.
And if you haven't seen that movie, let me tell you some good things about it real quick. Anyways,
You
Blade
gotta
here
chill.
too, and Channing Tatum's Gambit,
I need
so
to
they
see
all
more
decided to team up
if
to
this
go
team
take down number
or just in
one.
general,
But her
like,
army of
Gambit.
mutants is here to defend her honor. That ain't no problem. They've all seen much worse. Our team of unks and has-beens start taking out their weapons, talking about what y'all know about this.
Boy, I
Deadpool
was so
throws a guy,
fucking hyped
slides
for
and
this,
slices,
bro.
blocks bullets
Just
with his
clean
sword, stabs,
sequence.
and lands a spinning kick. The Blade movie really saved Marvel, and Unk finna do it again. Niggas dropped the Marvels before this. Azazel teleports in front of him as they fight, goes for a back kick but misses, misses, and
this
blocks.
was a
The
cool
two of them
fight,
going
bro.
band for band, very evenly matched. He pushes him off and goes for a slice, misses, and is like, oh well. And decides to just kill Lady Deathstrike instead like it's nothing. Obviously, he isn't someone who you could beat up close, so they get to camping, sniping him from afar, but that doesn't work. He ends up backfiring badly. Blade been cooking, so Gambit decides to help. You heard the man.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
And he wasn't lying.
I
when
need
he
to see
said that
more
for
of
real.
him.
They've been telling bro, yeah, you next up for show since 2006.
That part
That's
I
longer
did
than
know.
the supposed Julian Newman breakout season. He makes an accordion with his playing cards, sending off a shot to
nah,
one
that
guy,
shit was
then
clean,
more into
bruh.
others. And if you know one thing about Channing Tatum is that he be dancing his ass off, hitting the clean flip into a trip, sticking her with a playing card, and smoothly sticking 3 others with them. And I happen to think that that was the killing blow, but nope. It was not. This was, blowing them all up, turning them into mashed potatoes. And all of that was enough for Deadpool and Wolverine to come through, stabbing and slicing, cutting all the mutants down, eventually with the help of them making their way to the entrance, and are able to run into Ant-Man's mouth to get Stewie in there while they all did a really good job in assisting our boys, but they started feeling themselves a little too much, talking about we could beat the Avengers. Logan and Deadpool had to let them know it's not happening.
Do y'all team can beat the Denver Nuggets?
We have a chance.
No, you can't. Now get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here. Y'all lose by 200.
They start
Guess
pressing
what?
Charlie Brown mid-sipping tea, and she's not taking them serious. She sits up from drinking it and starts bouncing Deadpool's body off the roof,
Damn.
floor, and walls, eventually knocking him out. She already went through his mind and wants Logan to be able to now go through his. He's obviously not going for it, but ultimately doesn't have a choice when she makes him stab himself and stick into the floor. Lex Luthor starts drilling into Logan's mind and quickly starts to realize my son done seen some things for real. I wouldn't wish having seen the X-Men Origins Deadpool worst enemy. Brody looked like the monsters of I Am Legend. We then pan back to the others as Blade one-shots Azazel
That's
and then
wild,
throws his
bro.
boomerang to do damage. But once he catches it, Toad uses his nasty tongue, grabbing his arm, getting pulled and stabbed in the stomach, throat, wrapped around him, and in the head. The no-names take this time to get their time to shine. So this guy right here is named Ivan, codenamed
He was
Russian.
played by
Russian smacks Gambit into a super oppose,
Kevin Nash.
That's crazy.
Older
I didn't
films,
realize Gambit watched those movies.
WWF.
He clearly must hate the touch of a woman, obviously. He jumps in towards Russian, stabbing him through the chest, putting him on one knee, turning around. Shout out Gambit, man. You really did make a name for yourself with that.
You
twin.
did. I need to see
X-23 is
more,
on
bro.
top of Juggernaut, stabbing him.
This
and
fight
she eventually
surprised
gets
me.
thrown down to the
X-23
ground.
can hold
She
her
needs to
own,
get his
bruh.
helmet to Deadpool because that's the only thing that can stop Captain Underpants. So she slides back in, cutting him at his feet and topples over.
Boy went to go
without
take a
any
step
ankles.
and said,
I got like Mike
I
Jackson.
swear to
The movie
God.
is literally rated R. But what she did to this man right here was so OD, the director couldn't even show it to us, man. So she managed to get it to Deadpool, and he puts it on Mr. Potato Head. Got her in Logan's mind, fucking cranium looking like a machine. They did it. Stopped her. Got Shorty laughing from insanity. But right as they're standing there with her, Pyro comes in and shoots her. Bro doing too much, so Wolverine knocks his ass out. Enough screen time, nigga. And she bargains with them that if they let her go so she can heal herself and live, she'll help them save Deadpool's universe by destroying the Time Ripper machine. So, they agree. But while at the entrance for the Time Ripper building, Deadpool, Wolverine, Dogpool, and Nicepool, 2 new friends they made along the way, start getting pressed by all the other
There are so many. I'm not even
You
gonna
got
try
Lady
to. There's
Pool,
like
Deadpool,
so
Baby
many
Pool,
different
Kid
versions,
Pool,
bruh.
Broccoli Pool, that's Rod Wave's least favorite. They start spraying, and he uses Nicepool as a shield to get behind the car for cover. Deadpool's not worried at all though. He's like, don't worry Logan, he's good. Go ahead and heal, bro. Nicepool's like, healing factor. And Deadpool's just
Yo, when that happened, bro, I ain't gonna hold you.
crazy.
I ain't gonna hold you. When that happened, I may have burst out laughing. Like, seeing him get shot, I'm like, oh, damn, like, you really gonna use him as a shield? And then they're talking, and he's like, how long does it take for your healing factor Healy? Yo, I swear it was like I shouldn't have laughed, but like it came out, bro. Like, bro. Rest in peace, nice bro.
That boy reaching out his hand, talking about some help me, please. But there was nothing anyone could do for him. That boy is getting sprayed by everyone. Got him out there hitting the Steph Curry shimmy celebration. Eventually, Deadpool and Wolverine decide to go out there and handle it themselves. The universe is dead about to explode, and these niggas walking in slow motion. But they still mean business. You know that because Deadpool had to pull out the mask for them one time in all its glory, as the two of them start charging into a horde of Deadpools.
Yeah,
Wolverine blocks him, stabs him, then blocks her Uzi. Gets up close to Ladypool where she can't shoot him, slices, weaves, stabs while getting shot, finishing her off as Deadpool decides to tag in, getting some spotlight. Shooting got him hit in the Will You Marry Me. Luckily for him, Deadpool's out of bullets. So Deadpool tosses his guns away, grabs him, knees him, slashes the other one's whole arm off, and stomps his ass out. All of these variants are just gun merchants. Not a single one of them have hands. I mean, look at this. Deadpool just trips him so easily as he falls to the ground and gets stabbed. But they must have heard me talking shit, cause another one runs up trying to have a sword fight, but his ass gets embarrassed in 5 seconds, getting kicked like trash. Deadpool starts getting sprayed by Deadpool, so Wolverine straight out of the
There was so much going on in that scene.
Starts stabbing this Deadpool on repeat over and over again.
Yeah, he was hitting him with the headless. I knew I seen that.
You might think, that's just Logan. Bro, he uses a gun. What the hell? That's up there with Snyder versus Batman.
Like he had something
Thank
against
God
that
DC
Deadpool,
got his ass up out of there. Who was next? Crypto the Super Dog? Eventually, they start getting swarmed OD.
Relax,
Wolverine is the man they send out to hunt the Hulk. He is a goddamn tank. One-man army. Can't stop him. He out there blocking and stabbing dudes. Got them looking like they need to take a potty. Everyone is getting done dirty. They stand no chance. Deadpool's making dudes take a knee to get his gun and block him. Come on, bro. I said it about this man once and I'm not gonna say it no more. He up there with the GOAT MCU fighters. Bro turns around, wins a sword fight, shoots him, spinning kick, stabs again, and shoots again. The two of them then hop on the bus with MLK Pool at the back of it and get to work. Gotta put this junk in black and white. Just know they painting the windows with red right now. Until they eventually defeat everyone on it. It didn't even seem like they broke a sweat for real. Jumping out the back of the bus in style. Well, at least one of them in style. And that's it. Y'all saw the movie. They got to the Time Ripper, destroyed it, and saved the Marvel Universe. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed the video.
Great movie, to be honest. Like, this movie satisfied me in terms of the cameos, the overall story, the overall, like, 10 out of 10 film. There was questions that I had left over. I want to know what version of Ant-Man that is. If it's the, like, doppelganger one that we saw at the Endgame battle, or if it's just a different universe one. How did she do that? In terms of the others, because she's named Doctor Strange that she killed. Obviously, maybe that Ant-Man right there or something, maybe. I don't know. Magneto, like she killed, like, what were those battles like? I wanted to see those. We had great cameos, you know, it left me wanting more in a lot of things. In the continuation of pretty much this story, how it ties into Doomsday. Maybe we should get a side little team up with this group, bro, going through multiverse and shit. That'd be dope as hell or something. This was very, very, very satisfying to watch. To see in theaters, I really don't mind going back and watching this any time of the day and, like, not getting a laugh out of it. But this video was enjoyable. I'm gonna leave the original video down in the description below. Thank y'all so much. Stay smooth.